you've been from Greenville? Like you ever lived anywhere else?
Yeah, I lived. Well, you know what I mean. For starters, I'm a military brat. You know what I mean. My mom and dad, met in the late '70s, mid '70s, somewhere around there. Had me in '85. I was born in Germany. You know what I mean. My introduction to the United States was, 1988 through RDU. You know what I mean, through Raleigh, and then made my way to Pitt County. Um,
I think a lot of times it comes down to where you went to high school.
yeah, and that kind of ties into really explains, like, this side of town that I'm from. You know what I mean? Like, I was back and forth between the northern part of Greenville, and that's really the northern part of Pitt County. Like, if you familiar with my channel like you are, but for those who ain't, you know what I mean? That's why, I call myself the voice of the North, because I speak for, that side of Greenville and, this side of Pitt County, really. You know what I mean? So, like, where I came up at was, you know, they referred to it as across the river,
Yeah.
north river, but by that, basically, like, the same area, like that side of town, like where the jail sit on. All of that is like the north or whatever. And, like, further down, the next town over, that's my original hometown. I was back and forth, my whole childhood.
Okay. I always said you had a gift for reaching far beyond the place that you stay. Like you would think the average person would only see their town. And so what happened to allow you to reach out for see way past your town? Because that's what's required to really be the voice of a place.
Yeah,
You gotta see past your city. I mean, you gotta see past your hood, your corner, your clique, your whatever. You gotta have a grand way of thinking.
yeah. But see, that goes back into the some of my YouTube, I call them my YouTube big homies.
Yeah, yeah.
Like yourself. Shout out to Nate Dog 916. He definitely, who I consider the other one to be. But, you know, the fact that I was inspired by guys that was far away. You know what I mean? So naturally, I'm going to want to work with them first, or kind of bounce my ideas off them first. You know what I mean? And
So
that
while
kind of
we
led to me working with them.
so while we on it, run down your list of accolades. Like who have you worked
Man,
with?
man, in no particular order, man. Man, I don't know. I don't want to leave nobody out, man. I'm gonna try to do them in order because I don't want to leave nobody out. Nate Dog 916 from Sacramento, California, man. Dirty Weather 916 from Sacramento, California. I also work with Smoke Dog. He from Sacramento. And while we up north, I also work with the homie G Way 916 from Sacramento. So
Shout out G Way too.
oh yeah, definitely shout out the whole 916, the whole northern California area. You know what I mean? And I also been able to work with people, and this just, this lingo that I'm about to use, it just goes to show you that I've been interacting with a lot of California people. But in y'all terms, I also been able to work with a lot of people from down south too.
Yeah,
And
that's what,
that's some of y'all terms, but for my viewers and people over here in my town, like, when a California person say down south, they're really talking about, like the LA area, things of that.
that's that's important. That's important that you mentioned that because that's them small little things that you won't know unless you travel. But yes, in
Yeah,
California, down south is Southern California.
and it is a completely different world than Northern California,
Hmm.
from what I'm told. But
It definitely is.
as far as the LA area, I've been able to. Well, recently I got a shout out from Crip Mac. I thought that was, real big, because, he's been viral. He just, coming home, and he's back viral again. So I thought that was pretty cool getting a shout out from him. But
I, I think that video just needs to be. That video needs to be. Got to put the whoop on it, and not for lack of a better word, put the whoop on that thing, and that thing should be doing 50.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah, it will. It will. This right here gonna help it. But
Because that's personalized. That's like a nigga mentioning you, a hot nigga mentioning you
yeah,
in his rap song in the bar.
yeah, basically, yeah. In a nutshell, yeah, that's definitely what that is. What led to me getting that shout out from him, you know, I've worked with his manager, his homeboy, they from the same hood, you know, ODM Slim. I worked with him, and you know, same, not exactly, I don't want to, you know, misspeak, but in that same network of people, you know, I was able to also work with you know, Spider Low,
Them is all heavy hitters.
yeah, Nina Boy, I worked with him, and recently the last big LA dude I worked with was Moneybag Rose, and he got an album coming out, so you know it was cool chopping it up with him, and you know,
Is Moneybag Rose? Is that Rose Cran?
no, two completely different colors, man. Rose Cran from Compton, Bontman.
Uh-huh.
Rose came from Moneybag Rose. He you know, he from East Coast.
Yep, I know now. I know shit. Rose Cran and Moneybag Rose. I remember now that I think about it. Like I was listening to Moneybag Rose music.
Yeah, that's.
And I recently looked up Rose Cran music.
Yeah, that I like. Ain't gonna lie, I like bro music, man. That joint dope, man. But yeah, so those the people. That
I'm gonna keep them coming. You ain't even gotta worry.
Oh,